This is KWTX Midday.
All right. I like the new open.
Yeah, first time I've
pretty.
seen it.
Yeah. Happy midday, everyone. We're glad you're with us today. We were discussing the weather, and I said, well, yesterday wasn't that bad. And then I remember watching my son walking out of football practice just soaked in sweat. And I was like, yeah, it wasn't that bad from my air-conditioned car while I waited on my kid.
Exactly. A sweaty few days of weather for us. Temple ISD going back. We're taking a look at Temple behind us, and a lot of clear skies meaning a lot of heat. But this is on the way. A cold front moving its way through the Central Plains. That is set to arrive in Central Texas tomorrow, giving us a rain opportunity and a small temperature drop. We also have an upper level low that is moving its way through the Gulf and into the southwestern or southeastern portion of the state. That's been bringing some heavy rain towards the South Texas coastal plains for a couple of hours. Few scattered showers in Robertson and Leon County this morning, but those have since fizzled, and it's all about the heat for now. Temperatures are currently in the low to mid 90s, cooler with the rain and the clouds that have moved through in Hearn, but compared to yesterday, we are about the same, if not a little bit hotter, and our heat index values are already well above 100 for most of us that haven't seen the clouds or morning rain. Feels like 104 right now in Killeen, 103 in Waco, Temple, and in Gatesville. And as we move through the next couple of hours, that heat index is going to stay very high as 107 this afternoon, with a hope for a little bit of some late day rain. We'll talk about those late day rain chances, plus we'll take a look at tomorrow's cold front, how much rain it can bring, how far the temperatures will drop. That's coming up in 15 minutes.
All right, Sean, thank you so much. President Trump hosted Ukraine's president and several European leaders at the White House yesterday. Leaders talked about how to end the war with Russia and came out of it with the next steps toward what Trump hopes is eventual peace. Aaron Navarro has more details from the White House.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said after talks with President Trump at the White House on Monday, the next meeting should include Russian President Vladimir Putin.
No, we don't have any date.
No date.
We don't have any date. We just confirmed after this productive meeting with the President and then with all our colleagues, partners, we confirmed that we are ready for a trilateral meeting.
Trump, Zelensky, and European leaders met at the White House for more than 5 hours. While they were there, Trump stepped out to have his own 40-minute call with Putin. Trump was captured on a hot microphone telling French President Emmanuel Macron that Putin is ready to make a deal.
I think he wants to make a deal for me. You understand? I think as crazy as it sounds.
The outlines of a possible deal are beginning to take shape, but there is still a lot of work to be done.
And I have a feeling you and President Putin are going to work something out.
President Trump has promised the U.S. will work with European allies to provide security guarantees to protect Ukraine from future Russian invasions. Though Secretary of State Marco Rubio says those guarantees come with a price.
Each side is going to have to make some concessions. And obviously land, or where you draw those lines, where the war stops, is going to be part of that conversation. And it's not easy, and maybe it's not even fair, but it's what it takes in order to bring about an end to a war.
Willingly giving up land will be a tough sell in Ukraine, but President Trump says Zelensky needs to be flexible in the negotiations. Aaron Navarro, CBS News, the White House.
In other news today, a Democratic Texas lawmaker spent the night on the state house floor after refusing a Republican demand to be placed under the watch of state law enforcement. Representative Nicole Collier settled in at her desk to spend the night in protest of the GOP demand. Earlier this month, House Democrats fled the state to prevent a vote on a controversial Republican redistricting plan. When they returned to the Capitol in Austin yesterday, House Speaker Dustin Burrows put constraints on their movements. Under Burrows' order, Democrats can only leave the House floor with written permission and must agree to be under DPS escort until the chamber reconvenes tomorrow. We now know the name of the woman whose body was found inside of a minivan